Welcome to the Jungle Travelers.
You changed the battery.
I did change the battery.
He's good. He's good. Hello,
No,
everybody.
Welcome back. This is Cake Preparation episode 3.
Yeah. Episode 3 of 87.
No, this should be our last one, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah, it will be our last one. I'm sure we can, like stretch it out though.
You can never be too prepared for the Cape. So.
Oh, wait on.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to see that?
Anyway.
See our next project. Don't want to see that in the background.
No. Anyway,
We're on Diff breathers.
that's today's exercise. We did hope to get them done
We're not
last time.
exercising today. Get stuffed. I'm not exercising at all. Right. Sorry, before I cut you off, what were you saying?
Yeah, so this is Diff breathers. We got this off eBay. What are these? $35. I think I paid for mine.
You paid that. I would have paid 50-ish, I think.
50.
Yeah.
Really?
About 50.
I doubt it.
40 or 50.
So you'll pay somewhere between 30 and 50 anyway.
Well, if you want to pay more, you can pay more.
You probably, yeah, it's because it's got Triton written on it. Makes it 10 times better. But yeah, so this one's for the 4 of them. The rear diff, front diff, transfer case and gearbox. I'm pretty sure the auto... Oh, sorry, I'll stop shaking the camera.
Pointing with his hand again.
What an idiot. Anyway, the gearbox in this, because it's an auto, I'm pretty sure they don't have a breather, is what my understanding.
There's no gearbox there, so...
Yeah, there is.
Oh, there is. Okay.
Yeah, so...
There's a gearbox. Carry on then.
So anyway, but yeah, so they supply with a bit of conduit. You've got your filters, some joiners. These are just the males socket. These are really great. I don't even know what they're called, but they're just a push-in style fitting. I don't know if you can see the little teeth in there, but they just hold onto this hose, just like a airproof, waterproof type get-up. You can use it for any of those things. But yeah, so they supply with heaps. Man, you got heaps more than I did. Yours must be a real pain to do. But anyway, so you get a couple of brass barbs, some plastic grommets with thread, or barbs, I guess you'd call that too. But yeah, that's
mine is more expensive because it's more technical.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
and
zip ties. That's worth the whole amount of money just buying
for that.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
So it's not a bad kit for what you pay for it on eBay. You got crap lungs, mate.
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what we're going to be doing. So once we get started, it took us... this guy, I forgot. I left it on the roof of my car and I lost him. So we've been running around for the last half an hour trying to find this stupid thing. But
so,
anyway.
The MR already has 2 breathers that are already high up in the engine bay. So, but we're just going to redo it all anyway, so we know exactly where all our breather...
Depending on how hard it is.
Yeah.
If it's a real nightmare, we're just going to leave the factory ones because they're pretty good. But we'll definitely do the rear diff.
They're up above the engine, so it's it's pretty good.
Yeah, which these won't be even above the engine. So.
Oh, yes, they will.
To the bonnet.
We're going to make it like that. It's going to go on the roof rack.
The other place they do mount them is inside the snorkel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I hear. The next done thing is I
suppose
see
it
the
is
point.
Up pretty high, but
well, if you're getting water in your snorkel, it's a bad day all round. So
yeah, so it doesn't matter if you're getting water in the
in your diffs, yeah.
Yeah, because you get water in the engine, you ain't going anywhere.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we'll see how we go. Once we start pulling some stuff out, we'll get his back on.
And this is a definite must if you're going to do the old teletrack,
especially
during the wet season. Well, we're just after the wet season. We'll be leaving in 3 weeks.
But but they've had a lot of water, so we're expecting the worst, and planning for that.
Yeah, so that's why we're going there. So I would definitely put diff breathers and everything on your car if you are to do the old teletrack
and Frenchman's. Yeah.
And Frenchman's while it's wet still. Yeah. So.
Yep. So we're going to go submarining.
Yeah, mate.
But anyway, we'll take you with us. You know the deal. We're doing breathers on it. It's a 2020, isn't it? Yep. MR Triton. So this is the rear diff breather here. Just a plastic one. It's just on a little rubber. And as you can see, it's pretty pathetic.
Hopefully we can see it under there. It's dark.
Yeah, no, that's some good lighting. Yeah. We're having lighting issues, but we're working on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all they are. Just lets this little valve in the top open and close as it needs to, and
yeah, sorry, I thought I'd
straighten me up.
show them what you're trying
I'm
to
still
show
an
them.
amateur. But yeah, so that kit, if Ryan wants to grab that, we'll
No, not really. I don't want to grab it. All right,
yeah. Yeah, so that will be
What do you need for now?
yeah, yep. Just pull that fella out there. So we don't know any of the technical terms or anything of what we're going to be doing, so bear with us.
We'll call it a grommet.
This little plastic doohickey,
A plastic grommet.
it's threaded, so we can fit one of our push.
You want one of those in? Right there?
Yeah, yeah. So we'll probably put a 90 on it and run it up along where the diff lock wiring goes, just so it's So all you do, if you want to hold that, is there a rubber seal? We'll just pinch the seal off the old one, but yeah, they already come with a bit of like thread sealer on it. Oh geez, that's a bad angle of my person. Yes.
I hate to break it to you, but every angle's a bad one. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
So that's all it is. Just wind in there. The thread sealer will do its job. I never do this stuff finger tight because it's only fine plastic thread. The other thing, we're just going to steal the factory rubber. Obviously, it's only a few thousand Ks old. That's what you'll end up with, and that just goes back in the original spot, which is here. Oh, she's much tighter.
Hopefully I'm getting it there. Get a bit of spit.
Bit of lube.
I don't know if they can see it, but hopefully they can. Oh, we'll go this way. There we go.
Alright, we're gonna have to.
Is it even the same size?
Yeah, it's very similar. It's just
Yeah.
because it's got that extra.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be a push, but we'll pause there and get some actual lube for it. Yeah, so that's in there. We just had to get ourselves a big hammer. It was a bit of a tight squeeze and lube wasn't quite enough, so big hammer done the trick. So next step is just to wind this fella back in. Nice and easy there, just a 12mm. They have a 12mm open end bit you need for that. Wind that in there. A little tighten. I don't need much of a tighten, I was mentioning before, but we'll just get into there, face that way. Because what we're going to do is we're just going to run this up over the diff, and I like to just wire mine to the slack of the wiring to the diff lock, and from there we just run it along that support between the chassis and then out to the front along the top of the chassis rail. But yeah, that's how you mount that rear diff one. And yeah, we'll once we get to the next one, we'll show you how that works, and we'll show you how we zip tie these up anyway in a second. Supplied hose, just all you got to do with these connectors, you just push them in, get them nice and square, and they should just go straight in. And yeah, and that's all you do. And all you do to release it is there's this little black ring. You just push on it and give it a little yank, and should come right out. But anyway, we don't need to pull it out so it can stay in there. But yeah, that little black ring will do that. And I just like to zip tie just on this slack bit of wiring, just because the factory's obviously allowed for the diff to obviously travel with the suspension. So they've allowed enough wiring to flex, enough slack in the wiring to allow that. So we're just going to follow that because we know it's right. And that won't put any extra stress on the hose or fittings or anything. All you want to do is just, not too tight, but just put a nice little zippy tie on that. That'll keep that up out of the way. And then yeah, you just keep following it around. But what we'll do is we'll just then run it up along, probably just run it up along here. Probably getting a bit close to the exhaust, but the fuel tank's in the way on the other side, so it's just what we'll have to do. But yeah,
just run it along the drive shaft.
Yeah, well, we can do that halfway, and then we'll just jump across to the exhaust and run it the rest of the way.
Don't do that. Okay, the drive shaft, it spins, so it'll wrap it round and break it. Okay.
Yeah, sweet.
So where are you going to run it? Just along the chassis, or?
Yeah, just on top. We probably have to get other zip ties or find other zip ties, but I just like to run it over the top because you know it's not going to get caught on anything or get rubbed through on anything.
Yeah. Right, well, I'll stop filming and I'll help you feed it through.
Yeah,
because that looks like a big mess.
Yeah, they're mongrels when your mates just throw them down.
Well, I didn't know the length you needed it. Okay. Probably should have gone on the shorter ones first. Trim that length down.
It's all good.
And then get this.
This one's got to go all the way to the front, so it's all good.
Here at the Chunky Travellers, we like to do things the hard way.
So you get to do it the easy way.
Yes. Well, we'll let you know what we recommend after it all. Okay, good.
Alright, so it's a bit dark in here, but this is where we're up to. So we run it along this wiring like I mentioned before. Just brought it up over the top of that, and now it's just, you can see them, or probably not, but these little zip ties here, we've just run it. There's a wiring loom that runs along there as well, and we're just going to continue it along until we slowly work our way to the front. So it's yeah, that's the rear one's always the easiest, that's why I do it first. So
oh, is this the easiest, is it?
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
100%.
Can't wait for the rest of them.
But yeah, I'll show you the next one when we get to it, which will probably be the transfer case, depending on a few different things. But yeah, that'll be where you'll see us next.
Don't forget, you tell them not to kink the...
Oh yeah, and this stuff, you don't want to kink it. Like, it's not the end of the world, but yeah, I just don't like the look of the kinked hose. It just makes them a bit weaker in that spot. That'd be a weak spot where it could possibly break through or tear through later on, or even just suck it into itself, sort of thing. So, but it's not the end of the world, but just try to avoid it.
All right, so now we're feeding it up through the engine bay.
Can you see that there now?
Yep, I can see it. Can't reach it because I'm so short. I mean, the Triton's so high. Oh yeah, I get you. Oh,
yeah,
almost.
It's just got to go in the other side of that steering arm, that's all.
Yeah. Well, I'll stop filming for a sec so I can work on it.
Yeah, so this is where we're up to at the minute. We've had some wicked information that you don't actually need to upgrade your front diff, transfer case or gearbox breathers because they're all up here. We knew there was a couple already, but
they're already there.
Yeah, so they will just come out from there. So all you got to do is extend the rear diff one, which is what we've done here. So all we've done is it's all zip tied off underneath along the chassis rail. We've just come up alongside the brake booster, and yeah, just going to zip tie it in here to the wiring loom. And a little, what did I do with that? Yeah, little breathers are just going to bolt to our battery thingy because there's really not much room in here. So they're just going to go in on there, and this is just going to run under that. Which was a whole lot of useless information.
So the whole kit is just pointless, really. You just need one
breather, yeah, just that rear diff.
Which, yeah, they should have told us when I bought it. So
yeah, but it was a good surprise now.
Yeah,
because we didn't want to have to do them all. But
laying under there, and I'm like, I'll just quickly have a look at the MR page on Facebook. And yeah, people saying, yeah, transfer case, gearbox and front diff are already sitting up there, so...
Yeah. So yeah, so we're just going to tidy this up and we'll show you when we're done.
I hope that's helped people. Because it would have been good knowing about it before we went looking for the transfer case one.
Yeah, so definitely the MR 2020, you don't need to do any of them other than the rear diff. Because as you'll see in the start of this video, they're pretty hopeless. It does actually have the little, what do you call them? It has the little hose tail for it to go into that brace across the chassis. you know how the old utes used to have that rubber hose up into that at least?
No.
Well, it has that. It does have a spot where you can put it up about 300 mil higher. But if you're going to all the trouble, you might as well just relocate it to the engine bay. It took us all of about, what, half an hour? And that was us mostly, like, stuffing around trying to find the damn thing first. The bag of bits, so, yeah, piece of cake.
Yeah.
But, yeah, definitely worth it for what we're going to be doing, and, yeah.
Show 'em where we've mounted it.
Yeah, so that's where we mounted it. It's not where I would usually mount them. We've still got to clean up some zip ties and buy some more stuff, more zip ties, but that's one thing they don't give you enough of is zip ties when you're doing it. So, but yeah, that's where we've decided to put it, because there's just bugger all room in these engine bays. Like on mine, I've actually just got mine screwed to the firewall, but you just don't have that sort of option in these. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's where we're going to end it off, and yeah, we hope you've enjoyed that. Any questions? Yeah, flick us a comment. I've done it about 3 or 4 times now, and everybody else's cars come to the Cape just about. So, but yeah, like and subscribe, hit the bell, and don't forget to stay chunky.
Thanks for watching.